Welcome back. I'm Evidential Medium Stacy Needville. This is Tuesday Talks at 10:30. I was having some technical issues a minute ago. Oh, I'm not sure if I still am or not, but hopefully you can see me. So each Tuesday at 10:30, we get together and we talk about and we explore all things spiritual. It's a time where you can open your mind and devote a moment or two to think about the what ifs. It's a time for you to be able to say, you know what, I'm not crazy. There is a possibility. Other people are seeing, feeling, and hearing these things. I'm not alone. So if this is your first time here, or whether you've been here before, welcome. Welcome to Tuesday Talks. I hope that the words that you hear will definitely fall upon the ears that need to hear it. And if there is something that you don't resonate with, please, I ask that you don't hold that in a negative space. Just kind of put it up on a shelf for a second until it does make sense. So I'm just going to look here and see what's going on. Okay, looks like for some reason I am going live in my story. Let's see here. Insight settings. You know what? We're going to try this. I thought maybe I could share it. You know what? I'm just going to keep on going. Hopefully it will work out okay. So, whether you're watching on replay or if you are here with me live, this is the divine moment for you to be here. And this year, we are celebrating 250 years. For 250 years, people have dreamt, struggled, rebuilt, hoped, failed, and they began again. A nation has grown through triumph, through heartbreak, and certainly uncertainty. Doesn't that seem like that's who we are? Can you resonate with feeling that way? Can you say, you know what? I see that. I feel that. But today, I want to ask you a different question. What if the anniversary isn't about just the journey of the nation? What if it's also an invitation to consider the journey of your own soul? The one that's been led to experience. The life that you feel drawn to. The journey, the path. The measure of life is in moments that change us. Things like the birth of a child, the loss of someone we love, a diagnosis we didn't expect, a dream that we almost gave up on. There's this quiet whisper that says to you, there has to be more. I'm meant for more. I can do more. Those moments become your own independence. Not from another country, but from fear, from shame, from living the life everyone expected us to live. How many of you can say, oh my gosh, that sounds like me? How many of you say, I felt that way before? I want you to just take a moment and open your mind and think about what real freedom is. It's not something that someone hands to us. It's something that we remember. I often say, awakening isn't about becoming someone new. Because you're not becoming someone new. Awakening is about remembering who you are, what's beneath the expectations, the disappointments, the stories that life placed upon you. This has been my ongoing message for you, for myself, for all of 2026. It's about our unique essence and what makes us who we are. Knowing that when I remember who I'm supposed to be, it takes courage. Some call it shadow work. Some describe it as the dark night of the soul. It's that time in our life when we look into ourselves and we reflect where we've been, where we are, and where we're going. Because we always know, we feel that pull that there's more for us to do. I'm meant to be something. It's that time that asks us to loosen up our grip on certainty and trust and let the soul know the way. Trusting your instincts, your intuition, your feelings, your energy. Even if the mind can't see the path. See, that's where our control comes in. We have to be able to see it and focus on it. Because if we don't see it, we can't believe it. And if we don't believe it, we don't see it. But seeing within yourself what other people see in you, that's part of the path. So, would you agree that the most recognized symbol is the Liberty Bell? And do you know what I love about this symbol? I love that it's not perfect. I love that it's cracked. And yet millions travel to see it. Its crack did not erase its meaning. That flaw, that crack is part of its story. And it's famous because of it. And hear me. You listening? A cracked bell can still ring. That's true for us as well. We are not perfect, but we can keep moving forward. Every heart, every person who's hearing this message right now, you have cracks, you have flaws, you have mistakes. And the cracks are because of our experiences from grief or loss or divorce, illness, disappointment, dreams that didn't unfold the way we thought they would, the way that we hoped that they would. And yet, those are the very places that, because of the crack, compassion enters, where wisdom and knowledge are born, where your purpose begins. Your wounds are not proof that you're broken. They become that opening where the light can shine in, and the light seems the most believable. Your imperfections show strength and courage, stamina, faith. As a medium, I have the privilege, the honor to sit with people during the hardest moments of their lives. They've lost someone that they've cared about deeply. Again and again, I witness something remarkable. It's proof that love doesn't end. It's proof that connection does not disappear. And purpose, for most, it doesn't vanish because life has become difficult. The people that we love most continue shaping us even after they have left this earth. Just in a new way. It's a new language. It's a new feeling. They may not physically be walking beside us, but they become part of the way that we choose to live, how we choose to honor them. Liberty isn't given, it's remembered. It's the memories. It's the doing, it's the being. Spirit constantly reminds us that we aren't becoming worthy. We're remembering that we've always been worthy. We lost that along the way. Just as a country remembers its founding ideas, we remember our own divine nature. And that may be in itself the greatest legacy of all. So today, I would like you to consider, or I would like to offer you some things to consider. If your soul were writing its own Declaration of Independence, I want you to imagine that your soul is speaking from its deepest truth, rather from fear or ego or external expectation. A declaration of the soul, what would that sound like? What would your soul be asking you? What would it echo? What would you hear over and over again? What would your spirit, what would the spirit of declaration, of independence to yourself, what would that look like? When you're looking for the greater good for yourself and for others, what do you imagine? What would it feel like? So I took some time and I brought up some statements, and I want to see if any of these resonate with you as part of your declaration. And when you declare it, you're stating it, you're saying that it's so. And the biggest thing is that you believe it and you embrace it. So statement number 1, I declare my inherent worth. My value is not earned through achievement, approval, or perfection. Yes, declare it. I declare my freedom from fear. Fear may visit, but it can no longer dictate my life. I declare my purpose. My life has meaning. Even when I cannot see the full path. That's the one that I love. Even if I cannot see the full path, I am declaring still that my life has purpose. I declare my right to joy. Joy is not the reward after suffering. It's part of your birthright. You deserve happiness. You deserve joy, not ego. We're declaring this without ego. We're declaring this within ourselves. How do I say that? With compassion and truth. How about I declare forgiveness? I release what no longer serves my growth. Not because the past doesn't matter, but because my future does. I'm not going to get stuck in my past. I declare compassion. I will meet myself and others with greater understanding and judgment. That's a big one. Feel judged a lot? Do you judge others a lot? Try to step back from that. Meet yourself where you are without judgment. I declare courage. I will choose what is true over what is comfortable. Sometimes it's just more comfortable to agree with someone just to shut them up, right? But if they're coming at you, and you know what? You can choose to walk away. I declare presence. My life happens here, in this moment, not in yesterday, in the regrets, or tomorrow's wishes and worries. Today, right here, right now, I am present. I declare love as my compass. When I lose my direction and I am uncertain, I'll come back to love. I declare gratitude. Even in difficulty, I will seek the gift that shapes who I am. The spirit, the energy that I want to represent, to be, not act like. To all the things I will be grateful, no matter how large or how small. I declare connection. I'm not separate from others. We are part of we're part of something larger than ourselves. I declare hope. Even in the darkness, I will remember that my light is not going to be extinguished. Did any of those resonate with you? Like, oh, that's a good one. Yep. I talk all the time about gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. I woke up this morning, miracle number 1. Miracles are all around you. But if you can declare within yourself worth, freedom of fear, your purpose, the right to joy, forgiveness, compassion, and courage, being present, using love as your compass, gratitude, connection, and hope, all of a sudden, our shoulders are back a little bit, our heart feels a little bit warmer, and we have this belief within ourselves that all things are possible. So I'd like to challenge you to take some time to write your own declaration. And I can put these prompts in the comments, and they'll also be on the blog. Okay? So here's what you're going to say. You're going to say, I'm going to hold these truths to be self-evident that I am, fill in the blank. That I deserve, fill in the blank. That I will no longer, that I choose, that I release, that I forgive, that I embrace, that I trust, that I promise myself, and that my legacy will be. Think about these things. Write them down. We've talked before, when you write something down from out of your head onto a piece of paper, it wakes up your nervous system. And your nervous system says, this happened, or this can happen. So if you wrote your own declaration, what will you declare freedom from? Fear? Perfection? People-pleasing? The belief that it's too late? Good God. I think to myself, I am past midlife. It's not too late. I want to discover so many new things. I want to have the opportunity to do so many things. But sometimes I think, oof, I just can't do that anymore. I'm going to declare my independence from thinking that way. What would your life look like if you allowed yourself to truly live free from this thought process? What would you declare freedom for? Gosh, joy and service, authenticity, peace, love, purpose. And the greatest thing that I want to say to you If you're struggling with what your purpose is, you're overthinking it. Because your purpose is to be the unique, sincere person that you are. And your purpose will come about. I believe the greatest revolution we'll ever experience won't happen in the streets. It will happen quietly within the human heart that finally remembers who it is. Your greatest revolution for yourself, the human heart. We celebrate 250 years of the nation's journey. It's a great celebration. Additionally, may we also honor the quieter revolution taking place within each of us. And every year, on the 4th of July, we can declare our independence from what that year has brought to us that we still feel tied to. May we all become people who leave this earth a little kinder than the way we found it. May we leave a party or a house or a friend a little better than when we entered. When you choose courage over comfort, purpose over fear, connection over division, and love over everything else, all of a sudden the soul awakens. And I'm not saying that this journey is an easy one, because fear is a big thing. Comfort, it's nice to be comfortable. It's not nice to be uncomfortable. Trust, that's a hard one. It's a real hard one. I struggle with that one all the time. There are very few people that I trust. A nation's journey is measured in years. But a soul's awakening, it's timeless. It happens, it revolves every single day, every single moment. Every generation has a torch to carry. By asking, what legacy am I leaving? What value am I modeling? What light will remain even after I'm gone? What will be remembered about me? Do this as a reminder that your biggest legacy will be the love that you shared with others. The Declaration of Independence announces the birth of the nation. Your declaration of the soul can announce the birth of a new way of living and feeling and thinking. And I think back to when I was suffering with depression and anxiety. I was a prisoner within my own body. I needed to declare my own independence from that, but I first needed to look myself in the eye and find my truths. One declares freedom from the external rule. When we look at the Declaration of Independence with the birth of the nation, and then the declaration of your soul, one declares freedom from external life, and the other declares freedom for what rules your heart. The distinction, the difference, freedom from external oppression versus freedom from internal limitations. This creates a compelling bridge between the America's anniversary and a deeply personal, spiritual journey. I want you to think about that. As we celebrate 250 years of our nation's journey, I ask that you also honor the quieter revolution taking place within your heart, within your own psyche. The greatest independence is not just freedom from another nation. It's freedom from the fear that keeps us from becoming who we were created to be. We have this great nation, but if we're afraid to experience it, every soul carries a spark of purpose. Every single person. You have this spark of purpose. How about on this monumental 250th anniversary to not only celebrate the nation, but also celebrate where you've been. Allow the invitation of the universe to remember why you are here. A gentle reminder to declare, I want to live the life I love and love the life that I live. I hope that this made sense to you. I felt deeply about talking about the 250th anniversary of our nation. I know I talked about this last year about independence of the soul. But if you feel like you are jailed or a prisoner within yourself, today is the day to declare love as your compass if you feel lost, to declare gratitude, to declare connection, compassion, and courage. Declare your right to find joy, your inherent worth, and declare your truth that you don't have to be perfect, because even a cracked bell will ring. I love you all. I hope you celebrate safely, together with family and friends, but with the joy in your heart, because you've left the freedom, or you've left the fear of freedom go away. It's not yours to hold anymore. All right, guys. I will see you next week. Tuesday Talks at 10:30 right here. If you have a particular subject you'd like to talk about, let me know, and we'll put that down and get working on that. Gosh, next Tuesday is going to be July. Like tomorrow is July. What the heck? But the summer is here, and it's time to enjoy who you are and to live that life that you love. Peace out, guys. I love you so much, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.